Welcome Chayalim, it's Shnas Hakel, and what an amazing year it's been! From the very first rally, we were united as one in the true Hakel spirit.
Hakel, Hakel, Somo, Hanoshim, Hanoshim, Ve'atav, Egercho, Asher Bishorecho.
We received the Rebbe's letter, who told us that the children should lead the way to Hakel, and that's exactly what you did with the mega Hakel on Chol Hamoed Sukkos. And it's there that we found out why the Hakel gatherings are so important.
Yeshua, we were there. We saw the 10 plagues. Hashem took us out of Mitzrayim. We walked through the Yam Suf. We stood in awe as Hashem himself gave us the Torah. And now you enter Eretz Yisrael with an entire generation who did not see what we saw. And so Hashem commands you, once in every 7 years, every man, woman and child must gather in the Beis HaMikdash to listen to the king reading from the Torah. As they receive the Torah anew, they will once again experience the revelation we felt by Har Sinai, so that even your children will fear Hashem, your God, and keep all the mitzvahs as long as they live on this earth. Tonight we gather in front of 770, Beis Rabbeinu Shebabava, the Beis HaMikdash of our time, to hear from our Melech. The Rebbe is surely with us tonight. So let's start by welcoming our Melech with a niggin, Ani Mamin.
This year has a special beginning, a special meaning, because it is the Shnas Hakel.
They will inspire us to fear Hashem.
Packed their bags, took their stuff, and got on horse and wagon. They were going to the Beis HaMikdash in Yerushalayim. And there they saw the king stand upon a wooden stage, as from the Torah he read, and this is what he said. Listen, folks, what's written in here is all that I will say. Our holy Torah and the mitzvahs we must all obey. Love Hashem and be good, the king called out. To fear Hashem is what this gathering's all about.
And the Rebbe told us how, by every child joining Hashem's army. The groups will be called Sivos Hashem, and they will behave like an army.
Als we komen de Tag von Sukkot, von Shnas Hakel, kleiden sich jüdische Kinder zusammen, macht man von jeder jüdischen Kind ein Teil von der ebersten Sova, wo der Vater sehr der Vorschlag, Die Vereinigung der Juni sollen angerufen werden mit Namen Shavous Hashem, derselbe Namen in alle Länder, wo das wird sie alle vereinigen und sollen sich aufhören, wie ein Zowo darf sich aufhören.
Raja, Kaya, Beas, Adam, Levas, Ash, Ashmai, Kilo, Fu, Sasha,
It's these gatherings that will lead us to the ultimate Hakel in the Beis Hamikdash HaShlishi.
Und nicht bei dem Kenntnis wird es eine Zugerechtung zu dem größten Hakel von Kol, Godel, Yeshuva, Heino. In Beis Hamikdash hadne keine Yodecha, weil ich war mal viele Kehere feiern. Und dort ist der Melech HaMoshiach lehnt Pashis B'Teira.
May this be only a beginning. As the Rebbe said in the Sikha tonight, this gathering should be a gathering that will bring the ultimate Hakel in the Beis Hamikdash HaShlishi. And during the year, we learned how Hashem's army should behave. We went to Eretz Yisrael to see a regular army.
What does the Israeli army call you? What can you do to help?
They don't need me. They need Shavous Hashem to behave like Hashem's army.
What does that mean? How's Hashem's army meant to behave?
I'm so proud of you. The Rebbe asked the exact same question. Just press the button on your screen.
Was sie weiß mir, was sie Shavous Hashem sollen sich aufhören.
Look out the window.
Look, there's soldiers and tanks. It's a real army base.
Yes, the Rebbe told us that we know how Shavous Hashem should behave by looking at a regular army.
Shalom, Shimi. Israeli army call you because we need Tzivot Hashem help more than ever.
And we saw how soldiers must take their position seriously.
Our soldiers are regular soldiers. You are in God's army. God is relying on you to win his battle against the Yetzer Hara.
Do you understand?
Yes.
That's how a soldier answers?
Yes, sir!
That's much better. Okay.
Ich doch verstandig, wie mir seht in Zowo, da unten, dass nicht das Spielachel und dass nicht eine Sache, was man macht, das weiß wie, warum das eine ernste Sache, mir gehört zu der Armee, wo der Rebester stellt ihr auf und verlässt sich auf ihr, als sie wird einnehmen, Milchemes Hashem, die Milchome, wo der Rebester will, aber soll führen, an gegen dem Jeser.
That's right, Shalom Bear. The whole world is relying on you, Shavous Hashem.
Wow, we better make sure to do a lot of hakkels this year.
Did you know that the Rebbe gave us exact instructions what to do by the Hakel meetings?
The 4 divisions: the Air Force, Navy, Ground Forces, Intelligence.
Azeve se vierzig in alle Armeen. Es a geche do verschiedene Abteilungen, was jede von sie hat sich ihr spezielle Arbeit.
So too, Hashem's army has 4 divisions. Each division has 2 special leaders who stand on the 4 sides of Hashem's throne. By the soldiers of Shavous Hashem following the ways of the Avos and Imahis, we will conquer all 4 directions of the world for Hashem.
Azei is eche do in Shavous Hashem, wo sie zählen sich voneinander auf 4 Chalokim.
The battle plan. Just like in every army, soldiers train with their generals to learn how to combat the enemy. So too, Chayolim of Shavous Hashem must train with their generals, their Madrichim and Madrichas, to learn how to fight our enemy, the Yetzer Hara.
Kol, Yisrael, Yesh, Lahem, Chelek, Li'olam, Haba, Shinemar, V'yamich, Kulam, Tzadikim, Li'olam, Yirshu, Aretz, Netzer, Matai, Maseh, Yadai, Lispar.
Ki, Karayv, Eilecha, Hadavar, Me'aid, Beficha, Ubilvavcha, La'asoisoi.
Welcome to our grand Hanukkah rally here in Beis Chayenu, Shnas Hakel, Tavshin Ayin Vav. Happy Hanukkah, friends. Well, how do you do? I'm gonna sing a little song that I've been wanting to. Welcome to this Hakel across the whole world. Welcome every boy and girl.
On Hanukkah, we went back in history to learn how soldiers have real Mesiras Nefesh, even ready to give up their life.
Location?
Eretz Yisrael.
Setting GPS.
Time machine.
Here the Rebbe is born.
The first plane was invented.
You have reached your destination.
Who is he? He looks like a Greek.
No, he's actually a Yid.
Then why is he just like a Greek?
He's been captured by the enemy.
The Yetzer Hara? Who are the people and the horses? They're Greek soldiers.
Yes, they're searching for Yidden who are learning Torah and doing mitzvahs.
That really is scary.
What is it? Quiet! Horses,
The Greek soldiers are coming.
Quietly, follow me.
There he is.
Wow, that was close. We nearly got them.
Do you see what Mesiras Nefesh they had?
Yeah, they are real soldiers in Hashem's army.
Soldiers coming.
What are they gonna do?
They're gonna do what soldiers do. They're gonna fight. Chayalim, did you hear that? Who is like Hashem? No one can compare to the strength of Hashem. We saw how Sivas Hashem is the most powerful army in the whole world because we have Hashem on our side.
Look, they're running away. Yay, the Maccabees won. The Yidden won. What a big Kiddush Hashem. Now, finally, the entire world will know that Hashem is really the only one that's in charge.
Why don't you guys dress like normal people?
We're soldiers in God's army. Our mission is to make sure that everyone in the entire world knows that God's in charge and does what He wants.
We have the same challenge today as they had in the times of Hanukkah. Just like then, many Jews felt they had to dress like the Greeks and listen to their music and to go to their sports theaters and to be like the Greeks. When you're in God's army and God's on your side, you never have to be afraid of anyone because God will be there to fight the battle with you. Would you like to be a soldier?
Yeah.
This is for you.
Thank you. Wow, Mom, did you hear that? We can also be soldiers in God's army.
Hine. Hashem. Nitzov. Elam. Memoloi. Chol. Ha'oret. V'kavadai. Umabit. Olov. Uvoichem. Kalayos. V'em. Im. Adai. Ka'ai. Bereshis. Bara. Elohim. Eis. Hashemayim. Eis. Haaretz.
Chayalim, do you know where we're going today? On Yud Shvat, we went to headquarters from where our general gives us our marching orders from the commander-in-chief. Welcome to 770. Sivas Hashem's headquarters. It's from here that Hashem's head general runs the entire army. Ah, it's here. Chayalim, we are going to the second floor of 770 to the Frierdiker Rebbe's apartment.
Wow.
The Frierdiker Rebbe sat here. The Rebbe sat here.
What's this?
This is an intercom.
Chayalim, after the Histalkus of the Frierdiker Rebbe, our Rebbe told us that just like before the Histalkus, the Frierdiker Rebbe would listen from this intercom to the way the Hasidim were davening and learning downstairs. So too now, the Frierdiker Rebbe is listening and watching the way we're davening and learning.
Like you always tell us, our Rebbe is watching and listening to everything we do.
It was on Yud Shvat, Tavshin Yud Aleph, that the Rebbe said the first Maimer of Basar Lagani right over here.
There's the microphone. And there's the amplifier.
Detecting images in this location.
What's that? Our mission is clear, to bring the Shekhinah back down into this world so everyone will see that Hashem is the only one in charge.
Und das, was man sagt bei jedem von uns, was mir alle seine Sachen der Haschwi, von dem alten Reben, was Kol Haschwi in Chivivim, Chotscha Film hat das nicht verdient und hat das nicht ausgehört. Nur wenn dann die ganze Chivivim ist, war das der Haschwi. Es hat nach uns herumgelegt, mir so ein Mamschur sein. Mir hier alle Flamat. Serena dover solo yellow bon. Und das was sich jeder von uns, das was mit seinen alle Kol Haschwi, Komm mit der Chalotte die Chwilis, Ibn Here biamin le Bagola di Dan, Ole Mata Masara Twochim, soll mir alle sicher sein. Sag, sehr mit den Reben, nur so ein Saris nehmen von Golus Aruchni.
The first broadcast we made was Yud Shvat Tovshin Lamed.
Here you go.
Wow, that's me.
Would you like this picture?
How? You have a printer?
Here.
Wow. How did you do that?
And now let's go to Benos, Menachem, and Crown Heights. They're using Garari's line. They're not answering. All right, we'll come back to them. Let's move on for now. For this pasuk, we're going to go to Chicago, Illinois. Fantastic, from Cheder Lubavitch Boys.
Hello?
Is this Levi Benyaminson?
Yeah.
Fantastic, let's hear you, Vishinantam.
Vishinantam.
1 second, Levi, we have an incoming call.
I'm so sorry I missed your call. I was just getting tested on my Tanya Bapel lines.
Leah, 1 second, we'll give you the next pasuk. 1 second. All right, Levi, take it away again. Start from the beginning.
Vishinantam. Levanecha. V'dibarta. Bam. V'shiftecha. V'veisecha. V'volevtecha. V'aderech. V'v'sheptecha. V'kumecha.
Thank you, Levi. All right, Leah, take it away. You're Gaiti.
Vilay. Matsasi. Al. Tamin. Leagaiti. Umatsasi. Al. Tamin. Yagaiti. Matsasi. Tamin.
Go! Thank you so much.
Anything for the soldiers of God's army.
Sitting and reflecting, the bitter taste of failure fills him. Where am I heading? I fought with all my might. I've done all I can do, yet it doesn't seem the change in me is real and true. Through cold even one each struggle, you overcome each battle won. Every tefillah, every bracha, every single word of Torah, they unite each ma'aseh when you recite each bit of life is infinite and reaches to the greatest height. Although perfection you may never see,
Yet to Hashem the battle is the victory.
Yet to Hashem the battle is the victory.
Rebbe, we want Mashiach now. Ad Masai. Ad Masai. Ad Masai.
What are you waiting?
And on Purim Katan, we travel throughout history. to learn that Hashem's most powerful soldiers are you children.
Ben has Monim time machine. Enter a year. 3026. Registering.
It's working!
And today, we are joined by the Shavous Hashem news team here in the studio and our reporters from around the world and throughout history.
Yoshaya Hanavi and the children are still learning.
Are we going to let Achaz follow through with his plan?
No.
Are we ever going to let the Torah be forgotten from our people? Never. Can we let Achaz try to chase away Hashem from this world?
Possible. Honestly, the situation looks grim. However, Mordechai believes that even in the face of total annihilation, God will protect the Jewish people. In fact, Mordechai has gathered 22,000 Jewish children to learn Torah.
It's actually quite scary. The GPU seems to be gathering information about the Frierdiker Rebbe. They know that he's in Moscow and they're doing everything in their power to arrest him. In fact, on Purim Katan, the Frierdiker Rebbe said a mimer about the power of Jewish children, and he nicknamed the Yevasexia as the Haman of our time. And furthermore, the Rebbe is encouraging everyone to open up a cheder and keep the learning of Jewish children alive.
Yes, in the mimer, the Frierdiker Rebbe asks the question, usually, to win a war you need strong soldiers who train in war tactics. So, how do little children have the power to win over the enemy?
I wonder, how do these children have the power to fight the enemy? They're so young and they're so innocent.
The Frierdiker Rebbe gave a really simple answer. You can have well-trained soldiers with great strength, but that's not what wins a war. Hashem wins a war, and Hashem gets his strength from the Torah that's learned by us, the little children.
Right before the Yom Kippur War, the Rebbe quoted the mimer that the Frierdiker Rebbe said in Moscow. The Rebbe asked that everyone should make Jewish children's rallies throughout the entire world, and the Rebbe kept emphasizing over and over again that it's the power of the children that will protect the Bnei Yisrael.
The power that you children hold is unreal. You can win wars.
Boys and girls, Achaz, Haman, the GPU, they're all gone. But the enemy is alive and still here, and he is fighting us every single day. You all know who I'm talking about. Our great enemy, the Yetzer Hara. Because the Yetzer Hara knows how important your learning Torah is, he plays with your mind. And he tries to get you to want the things that aren't good for you. Then he ups his game and he tries to get you to not like the things that are very important. And finally, he congratulates you for being a soldier of the bad guys. But are we gonna let him win? No! No way! No way! We are not going to let him win. And do you know why? Because generation after generation, the power of the Jewish children has been protecting the entire Jewish nation. And how do they do it? With the psukim of Torah that they say. And this generation will be exactly the same. You children, you are the ones who will once and for all bring an end to the Golus with the coming of Mashiach Tzidkenu, Bimheira v'yameinu, Amen.
V'after, l'reyecho, kamoicho, Rabbi, Akiva, Oimer, Zeh, Klau, Godo, Batorah.
On Purim, we uncovered the Yetzer Hara's plot, who like Haman wants us to be like everybody else. But we learned how to be strong and stand up against him and tell him, no, we're different and we're proud.
Press the panic button to request backup.
Shavous Hashem Communications Room, what's your emergency?
Kyle being attacked by modern-day Haman.
Our GPS is triangulating your Hakel pad to 385 Crown Street, is that correct?
Affirmative.
This is Central. Do we have any TH units available to respond for code YH at 385 Crown?
TH189 responding.
TH189, respond to 385 Crown Street.
On my way.
I want you to see what went on today in your house by the Hakel gathering.
That's the Yetzer Hara coming to my house, and he's on my friend's shoulder. How'd you get this video?
It's from this room that Shavous Hashem monitors all the army bases from around the world.
But we didn't see the Yetzer Hara.
Our surveillance cameras could even detect the enemy, and that's what I want you to see.
That's why he can never play with us after school. He's always busy learning.
Label, do you have any regular music?
I guess they only listen to Negunim in this house.
You can rely on Label. He knows 12 Rakamatanya.
And Sidar Mishnah Spal Peh.
Maybe I should spend less time learning for the Chidon, and maybe I should spend more time playing with my friends. And maybe when other people come to my house, I should be playing the music that they like.
And
maybe I should spend less time learning Tanya and Mishnayos for the Rebbe's birthday.
And then came the final attack.
I just feel like I'm sticking out too much. Maybe I should just be like everybody else.
I hate you, Haman! You evil Yetzer Hara! It's not the first time you started up with us. Your story's thousands of years old, but it'll always end the same way. You, Haman, will have a smashing downfall. Not only will I not listen to you, but I'm going to try extra hard to get a gold medal on the Chidon. Because I'm different, and I'm proud. Take that, Yetzer Hara.
Vizeh, Kol, Ha'adam, V'sachlis, B'riyasai, Uvrias, Kol, Ha'olamais, Elyonim, V'tachtainim, Liyais, Lai, Dira, Zu, B'tachtainim.
And boy, did we fight hard! 627 Chayalim made it to the Chidon.
Take a look around at this Hakel here so grand. From countries we have come, we've gathered Hakel Israel. Just in as ancient days, united here we stand today. Pidina mitzvahs brought us here, we know to listen and to fear. Torah learning, keep us yearning for the day we'll be returning to our land. Once again, our Melech will come and our hearts ablaze, our souls on fire. Hakel.
And then came Yud Aleph Nissen, and look what we accomplished!
Our gift to the Rebbe for his 114th birthday, for a grand total of Tanya, 342,864, Mishnayos, 362,514, totaling 705,378 lines.
But we're still not satisfied. We want to see our General the Rebbe, and for him to build the Beis Hamikdash right now.
Are
Yisrael! Yesh! Loi! Ismoyach! Besimchas! Hashem! Asher! Sos! Besameach! Bedinazai! Besachtoinim!
But we continue to march forward, and you Chayalim are doing the most incredible job. This year alone, we've had 9,448 promotions and 30,244 medals were sent out to you Chayalim because you are changing the world and bringing Mashiach. And you know that the rally is the time where we salute the Chayalim who are promoted in rank. And when you hear your base announced, I want you to stand up and give your fellow Chayalim a rousing round of applause.
And now for this month's promotions. Anashkinder Boys, 2 Sergeant Majors, 2 Second Lieutenants, 6 First Lieutenants, 5 Captains. Anashkinder Girls, 1 Sergeant Major, 2 Second Lieutenants, 1 First Lieutenant. Mazel Tov to Para Lefkowitz on becoming a General. Oile Menachem Iowa Boys, 1 Sergeant Major, 2 Second Lieutenants, 5 First Lieutenants, 3 Captains, 1 Major, and 1 Colonel. Beis Chayamushka Iowa Girls, 1 Second Lieutenant, 2 Captains, 2 Majors, and 1 Colonel. And Mazel Tov to Mushka Firmerman on becoming a 1-star General. Beis Chayamushka LA, 17 Sergeants, 9 Sergeant Majors, 4 Second Lieutenants. Beis Chayamushka Toronto, 4 Sergeants, 1 Sergeant Major, 5 Second Lieutenants, 7 First Lieutenants, 3 Majors, and 1 Colonel. And Mazel Tov to Ada Lazurkin and Chayamushka Lecker for becoming a General. And Mazel Tov to Chayala Zaltzman and Chana Miriam Marmelstein on becoming a 1-star General. Beis Chayamushka Crown Heights, 3 Sergeants, 6 Sergeant Majors, 2 Second Lieutenants, 4 First Lieutenants, and 1 Major. And Mazel Tov to Chayamushka Avitzer on becoming a General. Beis Rivka Crown Heights, 44 Sergeants, 63 Sergeant Majors, 22 Second Lieutenants, 9 First Lieutenants, 3 Captains, 1 Major, and 1 Colonel. And Mazel Tov to Bracha Schusterman on becoming a 1-star General. Beis Rivka Montreal, 11 Sergeants, 16 Sergeant Majors, 4 Second Lieutenants, 4 First Lieutenants, 2 Captains, 1 Major, and 1 Colonel. Benos Menachem Crown Heights, 5 Sergeants, 8 Sergeant Majors, 10 Second Lieutenants, 7 First Lieutenants, 7 Captains, 3 Majors, and 1 Colonel. And Mazel Tov to Goldie Melamed and Chana Fogelman on becoming a General. Mazel Tov to Chaya Mushka Shapiro and Chaya Sarah Reitblatt on becoming a 1-star General. And Mazel Tov to Ita Gorevich on becoming a 2-star General. Cities Club New Haven, 2 Sergeant Majors, 1 Second Lieutenant, 1 First Lieutenant, and 2 Captains. Cheder at the Oihel, 1 Sergeant, 1 Sergeant Major, 4 Second Lieutenants, 3 First Lieutenants, and 2 Majors. Mazel Tov to Mendel Pellis on becoming a General. Mazel Tov to Mendel Rader on becoming a 1-star General. And Mazel Tov to Shalom Rosenblum on becoming a 2-star General. Cheder Chabad Baltimore, Maryland, 4 Second Lieutenants, 4 First Lieutenants, 2 Captains, and 2 Colonels. And Mazel Tov to Zahava Citrin and Cherna Lapkovsky on becoming a General. Cheder Chabad Philadelphia, 1 Sergeant and 2 Sergeant Majors. Cheder Chabad Sydney, Australia, 8 Sergeants, 2 Sergeant Majors, 1 Second Lieutenant, 2 Captains, 1 Major, and 2 Colonels. And Mazel Tov to Aaron Yosef Richter on becoming a General. And Mazel Tov to Shmuel Feldman on becoming a 1-star General. Cheder Chabad Toronto, 1 Sergeant, 1 Sergeant Major, 4 Second Lieutenants, 1 First Lieutenant, 3 Captains, 7 Majors, and 5 Colonels. And Mazel Tov to Aryeh Lang, Daniel Eliyahu Zaltzman, Yeshua Shlomo Zurkin, Levi Yitzchak Chaikin, and Shalom Dover Ehrenwein on becoming a General. And Mazel Tov to Yossi Yitzchak Landau and Moshe Hildesheim on becoming a 1-star General. Cheder Lubavitch Chicago Boys, 3 Sergeants, 4 Sergeant Majors, 11 Second Lieutenants, 3 First Lieutenants, 2 Captains, 10 Majors, and 1 Colonel. And Mazel Tov to Shalom Dover Hertz, Menachem Mendel Zurkin, and Shlomo Bergstein on becoming Generals. And Mazel Tov to Mayor Tursky on becoming a 1-star General. Cheder Lubavitch Chicago Girls, 3 Sergeants, 2 Second Lieutenants, 3 First Lieutenants, 6 Captains, and 3 Majors. Mazel Tov to Itty Stern, Golda Rolfman, and Dverlea Moskowitz on becoming General. Cheder Menachem LA, 8 Sergeants, 7 Sergeant Majors, 7 Second Lieutenants, 7 First Lieutenants, 7 Captains, 1 Major, and 1 Colonel. Cheder Menachem New Jersey, 1 Sergeant Major, 2 Second Lieutenants, and 1 First Lieutenant. Chok Yisrael Lubavitch Crown Heights, 3 sergeants, 1 sergeant major. Darchim Menachem Crown Heights, 1 sergeant, 1 sergeant major, and 3 second lieutenants. Hebrew Academy Margate, Florida, 3 sergeants, 10 sergeant majors, 5 second lieutenants, 8 first lieutenants, 5 captains, 1 major, and 1 colonel. Kesser Torah College Boys, 4 sergeants, 3 sergeant majors, 1 first lieutenant, and 1 major. Kesser Torah College Girls, 7 sergeants, 4 sergeant majors, 3 second lieutenants, 2 majors. Lubavitch Cheder Day School, Minnesota, 1 second lieutenant, 1 captain, and Mazel Tov to Chaya Mushka Rubenfeld on becoming a 1-star general. Lubavitch Educational Center, Florida Boys, 6 sergeants, 6 sergeant majors, 7 second lieutenants, 3 first lieutenants, 3 captains, 2 majors, and 2 colonels, and Mazel Tov to Shmuel Halberstam and Yosef Yitzchak Gansberg on becoming generals. Lubavitch Educational Center, Florida Girls, 16 sergeants, 16 sergeant majors, 11 second lieutenants, 9 first lieutenants, 7 captains, 6 majors, and 3 colonels, and Mazel Tov to Chaya Katz and Mushka Cohen on becoming generals. Lubavitch Girls London, 9 sergeants, 8 sergeant majors, and 1 first lieutenant. Lubavitch Yeshiva Crown Heights, 15 sergeants, 21 sergeant majors, 10 second lieutenants, 10 first lieutenants, 9 captains, and 6 majors. Menachem Mendel Seattle Cheder, 1 sergeant. My Shliach Boys, 24 sergeants, 21 sergeant majors, 10 first lieutenants, 6 captains, 8 majors, and 3 colonels. And Mazel Tov to Kahas Litvin and Mendel Kudan on becoming generals. And Mazel Tov to Shlomi Stern and Shmuel Lipsker on becoming 1-star generals. And Mazel Tov to Dov Goldstein on becoming a 2-star general. My Shliach Girls, 20 sergeant majors, 12 second lieutenants, 6 first lieutenants, 8 captains, 1 major, and 5 colonels. And Mazel Tov to Rivki Zwiebel and Chaya Mushka on becoming generals. Olet Torah Crown Heights, 10 sergeants, 11 sergeant majors, 17 second lieutenants, 50 first lieutenants, 29 captains, 10 majors, and 5 colonels. Shavous Hashem Long Beach, 1 sergeant, 1 sergeant major, and 1 first lieutenant. Yeshiva School Pittsburgh Boys, 2 sergeants, 2 sergeant majors, 3 second lieutenants, and 1 captain. Yeshiva School Pittsburgh Girls, 4 sergeants, 4 sergeant majors, 2 second lieutenants, and 2 first lieutenants. Yeshiva Tomchei Temimim Lubavitch Montreal, 1 sergeant, 3 sergeant majors, 5 second lieutenants, 2 first lieutenants, 3 captains, 5 majors, and 3 colonels. And Mazel Tov to Yeshua Heschel Weissovich and Menachem Mendel Zurba on becoming generals. And Mazel Tov to Yosef Teitelbaum on becoming a 1-star general. Mazel Tov on all of your promotions.
And now, Chayalim, it's almost Shavous. Just like every army has a book of orders, Hashem's army's book of orders is the Torah. But before our commander-in-chief gave us the orders, he wanted guarantors who will keep those orders. And the only guarantor that Hashem accepted were the children. So Chayalim, Shavous is your yantiv, because the Torah was only given then because of you. And this year the Torah will only be given again on even a greater level because of you. And that's why you, Chayalim, you children, are the ones who invite everyone to come to shul for the Aseret HaDibros. And today we announce the best invitations by the Chayalim around the world.
From Beis Rivka Crown Heights, Flower Pot by Shterna Tarshish. From Beis Rivka Crown Heights, Luchas Open Up by Fruma Tarshish. From Hasidus Club New Haven, Not the Same Without You by Chana Lustig. From Cheder Chabad Sydney, Ice Cream Har Sinai by Mendel Richter. From My Shliach Brazil, Portuguese by Esther Rachel Lavkovsky. From BCM Toronto, Poem by Sarah Chaikin. From Lubavitch Girls London, Har Sinai Sand by Rivka Zavdi. And from Cheder Lubavitch Chicago, Rally Invite by Chaya Rachel Kalmanson.
And now, Chayalim, for the greatest challenge ever, we are going to complete, as we do every Shnas Hakel on Chafav, another one of the children's Sefer Torah. But now we only have 3 months left and 47,000 letters to complete it. We need, Chayalim, every one of you, your parents, the teachers, the commanders, the shluchim, everybody, to get involved in this campaign with less than 3 months left to get 47,000 letters. Just like every army has a registration book, The Torah is the Hashem's registration book, and we must make sure that every child has their letter in the Sefer Torah. And now, Chayalim, for the moment you've all been waiting for. Yes, we are going to announce the winners of this year's Chinese auction.
And now for this month's winners. 5 Rebbeim pictures to Baruch Nachman Straighten, 770 album to Shalom Darren, airbrush set, Rosie Levy, Alter Rebbe Shulchan Aruch, Menuchi Yerushalmi, Apples to Apples, Avram Eliyahu Brook, art set to Mihal Kami, the Slavita brothers, Yehuda Munitz, Avinu Malkeinu, Baruch Barak, Halp Kazak to Menachem Wagner, My Fellow Jew to Shalom Doi Verkei, Bracha V'Hatzlacha to Shlomo Levi, Backgammon to Musya Chaskin, baseball set to Elisheva Brisawankin, baseball set to Miriam Smith, basketball hoop to Moshe Banon, bead art to Dina Gittel Coral, boggle to Menucha Goldberg, mini boppet to Bracha Zurkin, bounce off to Toba Rifkin, bubbles machine to Tzviki Malik, Remera Falls to Sruli Silver, chocolate fountain to Chaya Mushka Blooming, chutes and ladders to Menachem Endel Jacobs, climbing the rungs of prayer to Yehuda Spielman, cookbooks to Baruch Schusterman, mosaic art to 100 winners, create headbands to Rishi Goldberg, the Rebbe Retzukinder to Moshe Nachman Karolevsky, camera to Ayelet Bela Odds, domino racing to Levi Laufer, dominoes a Monopoly deal to Malka Chaitin, donut maker to Liba Scheinberger, earrings by Kirsch to Shashi Wertheimer, earrings by Tzvassman to Brianna Brownstein, electric scooter to Rivka Freda Lubin, electronic basketball bounce to Ari Shvetz, electronic Monopoly to Levi Yitzchak Banon, electronic twister to Rika Levertov, the Rabbeim's Degunim to Chaim Yona Edelman, Fago Finds the Way to Shalom Derber Gordon, friendship bracelets to Chana Lustig, gift of Hanukkah to Srulik Lowenstein, gifts to treasure to Yosef Teitelbaum, Guess Who to Moshe Friedman, Hand in Hand to Mushka Liberov, hidden treasures to 50 winners, I Am a Chassid to Rivka Levy, ice cream maker to Menachem Mendel Simpson, Hasidic iPod Shuffle to Razel Nagel, J-Brick Lego Pushka to Karen Razel Chalam, Jewish Bingo to Sarah Leah Brennan, Jewish Puzzles to Zahava Citron, Judaica World Gift Certificate to Mendel Raider, Juggling Set to Yassel 11, $100 Kahas Gift Certificate to Esther Walansky, Kids Drum Set to Mariasha Rosenblum, a Kite to Yossi Rabashkin, Kosherland Board Game to Miriam Schechter, Leather Chitas to Chaim Meir Friedman, Leather Megillas Esther to Zusha Rifkin, Leather Sefer HaMitzvahs to Chaim Mushka Rubenfeld, Leather Siddur to Mendy Gittler, Leather Tehillim to Menachem Mendel Gantz, Lead Alarm Clock to Liba Hecht, Pocket Size Look at the Sicha Set to Menachem Mendel Zurkin, Maccabees to 50 winners, Magnetic Construction Set to Shalom Derber Lowenbein, Mamar Meluka to Menachem Engel, Marvelous Mix-Up to Strolik Malamed, Menorah to Levi Lavkovsky, Mikros Kedelis Chumash to Meni Gorevich, Mikros Kedelis Chumash to Chani Sudak, My Land to Menachem Mendel Ben Yaminson, My Psukim to Ataret Malka Hadad, One of a Kind Yankee to David Ayer Yarmush, Operation to Elchanan Karolitsky, Parsha O to Mashi Morozov, Pavilion Electric Scooter to Shalom Derber Hertz, Perpetual Commotion to Mendel Zavdi, Pictionary Game to Chana Goldberg, Late Fill-In to Yosef Yitzchak Blasovsky, Pogo Stick to Schneur Zalman Klamen, Popcorn Machine to Shayna Zilberman, a Rambam Book to Shmulik Eber, Razor Scooter to Chaya Mushka Oldtime, Rabbeim Biographies to Yosef Yitzchak Bloom, Remote Control Car to Yafa Lubavik, Remote Control Helicopter to Minyamin Volovik, Rummy Cub to Menachem Silver, Lakutasichas Parshias to Devar Leah Fine, Shrinky Dinks to 100 winners, Silver Becher by Elite Sterling to Shalom Rosenblum, Candlestick by Elite Sterling to Chaya Mushka Stulik, Simon Swipe to Dovi Wilhelm, Skip It to Shayna Friedman, Snow Cone Machine to Chaya Slavatitsky, Soccer Ball and Net to Levi Yitzchak Dadon, Sorry to Hinda Weinstein, Sorry to Ricky Zaklikovsky, Spidergraph Design Set to Bluma Raskin, Spot It to Zalmi Forster, Reb Shmuel Munkus to Mushka Denberg, Stories of Tzadikim to Sruli Silver, Taboo Game to Golda Rothman, Bob It Tetris to Shayna Baruch, The Faithful Shepherd to 50 winners, Game of Life to Mendy Levertov, The Great Potato Plan to Chaya Andruzier, The Secret Tunnel to Yossi Cohen, The Three Gifts Book to Yankel Zavdi, The Wise Little Judge to Elchanan Karolitsky, Toy Sefer Torah to Chaya Mushka Smetana, $100 in Toys R Us to Miri Bendit, Trouble Board Game to Menachem Mendel Ragoratsky, Twister to Mendel Wolf, Weiss Purple Siddur to Menachem Mendel Zaklikovsky, Weiss Blue Siddur to Getzer Rabashkin, Felik Tehillim to Mendel Herbstman, Rocks and White Tehillim to Chana Greenberg, Uno Attack to Arya Yarmush. Watch to Chaim Madvig. Yomega Power Brain Yo-Yo to Menachem Mendel Klein. Maze Ball to Rivka Bela Gullum. Ice Shaver to Alti Rachel Ganevish. Othello to Ellie Rabin. The Rebbe to Zukinder Volume 3 and 4 to 15 winners. Hakel to Rosh Hashanah Ma'aravi. Branches of the Hasidic Menorah to Schneier Cousin. Happiest Moments to Dina Chana Gazinski. The Rabbeim Book to Mendel Gorari. Weisberger Yavis to Ruth Chaya Albrecht. Aleph Bay Sliding Puzzle to 100 winners. Tzivos Hashem Sticky Racers to 100 winners. Nickel from the Rebbe to Shalom Reuven Heidingsfeld. Dollar from the Rebbe to Rivki Shanowitz. Dime from the Rebbe to Ches Pinson. Rebbe Picture 16 by 24 to Zalman Bessian. Picture of the Rebbe and parents to Sarah Herzl. Rebbe Picture 8 by 10 to 25 winners. Rebbe Picture 9 by 13 to Mendy Rosenfeld. Paris Menachem to Aryeh Sirota. Look at the Sikha set to Michal Rappaport. Look at the Sikha's Parshia set to Elchanan Goldberg. Rambam La'am to Nachum Sarabransky. Set of Rambam to Avi Beidelman. Set of Nach to Avram Eliyahu Kleiman. Set of Nach to Menachem Mendel Zaklikovsky. Pocket-sized Rambam to Nachum Rosenblum. Birum Lepekayavis to Yehuda Leib K. Electronic drum set to Menachem Seabag. Electric keyboard to Miriam Rosenblum. Trampoline to Noam Levin. Moon bounce to Shayna Chavala-Vitansky. Tetherball to Dvaralei Alperovich. 8-person tent to Yossi Krinsky. Windflyer toy to Sashi Lefkowitz. Razor go-kart to Avram Berg. Jeep to Levi Yitzhak Zwiebel. Dirt bike to Yehuda Reinitz. Mountain bike to Yosla Bronstein. Ping pong table to Golda Kotlarski. Foosball table to Rechama Simons. Air hockey table to Mushka Greisman. Tzivos Hashem Tzedakah box to Shayna Shanowitz. Unicycle to Musya Goldstein. Juggling clubs to Levi Yitzchak Sudak. Juggling balls to Mushka Levitansky. Diablo to Chaya Lisbon. Juggling rings to Sarah Leweb. Tennis set to Bela Sarabransky. Football, soccer ball, and basketball to Mendel Zwiebel. Digital picture frame to David Gazinski. 328 radios to Yosef Yitzchak Zurba. The Weiss Haggadah to Shmuley Grossbaum. Weiss Shabbos Siddur to Levi Baumgarten. Pearl bracelet and necklace set to 50 winners. Tzivos Hashem leather wallet to 25 winners. Tzivos Hashem cap to 100 winners. Beis HaMikdash puzzle to Shayna Byers. Eiffel Tower puzzle to Shaya Kessler. Bop It Smash to Pearl Rachel Zinkarenko. Tishrei with the Rebbe to Chaim Moshe Gansberg. The Fierce Battle CD to 25 winners. Baal Shem Tov song to Menachem Mendel Tuvia Sax. Set of Nechayach CDs to Mendel Zavdi. Pinchas Rezes to Mussi Wolf. Tuki book to Mushki Goldberg. Tanya Story and History book to Shani Arden. Mission Impossible book to 25 winners. WTTC keychains to 100 winners. Tzedakah pouch to 100 winners. Milk Caps game to 100 winners. Matching game to 100 winners. Kugelach 100 winners. And video camera to Adela Zirkin. Mazel Tov to all of our winners.
Chayalim, you helped us raise $1 million for Tzivos Hashem, and we promised every Chayil who gives $5 of their own money will go into a raffle for $1 from the Rebbe. And the winner is Sergeant Major Chana Berkarski from Beis Rivka. Chayalim, this year marked 150 years since the Tzemach Tzedek's Histalkos. And those of you who learned about the Tzemach Tzedek and took the test went into a raffle to win the full set of the Tzemach Tzedek's Eir HaTorah. And the winner is none other than Second Lieutenant Chanu Bobo from Benos Menachem. Chayalim, it's been another incredible hakel. We've said the 12 Pesukim, we've asked Hashem for Mashiach, and now our final weapon, Tzedakah. Chayalim, have in mind, Gedela Tzedakah Shemekareves Hagula, that we can finally bring this galus to an end. We'll have Kabbalas HaTorah, Besimcha, or Bepnimius in the Beis HaMikdash HaShlishi. Take it from a yad, mamash now.